We found rank 1, nearly 2600 MMR player Mr. Jack. So let's see what Mr. Rank 1 actually is playing and why he's so good. They're going for Grand Shaman, Priest Walker, really good combination. Also Tank Worm, also on Jack. All going Instant Mine. On the other team, also we see Instant Mines. No, not. Crazy Mage wants to go with Huntress actually for the mid control. That's very weird, cause Huntress having like only bad matchups. So I don't know why he's doing this. And we will also focus a bit more what the left side is doing. Cause we have the 2 rank 1 players. Let's see what this will be here actually. So we see Jack likes to just go for 1 grunt and hero second wave. So Jack is a really big hero rusher. And the 2 Huntress will now win against the 1 grunt. Okay, interesting. So we will have a delayed hero from Crazy Mage, cause of the double Huntress opener. We see Musk Ghouls from Cool Dog and also looks like Musk Grunts from Yellow. Huntress winning as expected. No repositioning from middle here. He could reposition the backline, that he's not taking so much damage from the Huntress, but they are dying out in time actually, so it's kind of fine. And we see also from Philo Musk Footman opener. So bottom lane goes for no heroes. Ghouls winning now just into the Huntress. Like the Ghouls are really good against the Huntress. So purple actually needs to go for a hero or for AoE. He has the Shamans. So he could go Shamans or try to get an AoE hero to deal with the Ghouls. Because the Huntress will simply lose to the Ghouls elsewise. So yellow plays Musk Grunts against Musk Footman here. And yeah, interesting. Okay, so I'm not even sure who is winning here. I think the Grunts should win this one. We see saving up Cool Dog for hero. We see Crazy Mage going for more Shamans. We also see a hero from Juicy. I think that's a good, a solid thing to do. And we see here a Panda for Jack. So the Grunts are winning. Jack did reposition in backline. That he's tanking not that much from the Grunts. But they're still... Oh, he's actually breathing this. I'm really surprised he's breathing this. I think if you fight under the tower, you should actually toggle off the breath. But he might think that he not getting off a second breath anyways. So he just breathed under the tower. That's interesting. Like okay, so actually he has 3 breaths. So breathing this was pretty fine. But he's losing now. Like the Panda is honestly, like some people saying Panda is like really broken. I think he's a good hero, but on level 1 he's kind of weak in my opinion. Cause without the evasion, he is really squishy. And the Huntress dealing a lot of damage. Yeah, so the Demon Hunter with Huntress into Ghouls is really bad, guys. Like, you don't want to play Demon Hunter into Ghouls. Because you're sword, guys. The Demon Hunter is just getting snacked in a second. Immolation is really good against the Ghouls, but you can't let the Demon Hunter tank everything. Because then he's just getting annihilated. So purple has like here a really bad hero with Huntress. So mid lane looks really grim. We see now Alchemist on orange, good hero. The acid is like really strong. The -3 armor lets them actually take -12% damage, guys. We're actually having negative like armor gain. That's kind of funny. Like, imagine you're like gaining negative stats on armor. Yeah, so he's winning here. And yellow did just go for Musk Grunts. So the Alchemist really good for bottom lane. And the top lane gets kinda, like, I don't know. Like, the Panda will scale well. But at the moment, the Panda is not so great. We're seeing also Lightning Shield most likely coming out now, right? I don't know, did he have Lightning Shield in the last wave? I did not pay attention. Like, Lightning Shield really good. We see no item on the Brewmaster, but more grunts for tanking. I don't know, like, is Jack now winning? Jack looks like he's winning now. The Panda is doing, I mean, it's kind of close. It's getting better for blue now with more frontline. It looks like also the Shaman's not casting here another Lightning Shield. Did he disable it? Like, it looks like he disabled Lightning Shield. Which might be like, this was not good. I think he probably disabled Lightning Shield. because he was thinking actually that he can beat the Panda in time, but he nearly lost lane to it. And we see actually tier 2 onto Cool Dog for the Walkers. Okay, so he might have no Dispel on tier 1, or he loves just Walkers. That's a really interesting play. We see also now Shamans for Philo. What else? We see like still tier 1 on the left side on everything, I think. And only tier 2 on Cool Dog. A hero now for red. So the mid fight is now getting pretty close, honestly. The Warden for yellow. Like Warden is a really bad early game hero. Because he needs levels to get online. So orange will have just a better time early on. But once the Warden's level 6, the Warden should be better than Alchemist. We don't know if yellow has healing on the draft. With healing, the Warden can be really strong. But at level 1, the Warden's just way weaker than Alchemist, for sure. So we have a Lich now for red. The Lich is pretty good overall. So yeah, good hero. And we see now here Rifleman. No, it's Archers. We see Archers now for Jack. Like he's going pierce damage against the Huntress. I don't know if this is the right play, guys. I think the Lich is really good here just against this Brewmaster. Like, looks like a good lane now for red, I think. But the level up changes a lot. Like, the level up getting evasion actually changes a lot here. Like, the top lane is still pretty close. We see now the statue also. Okay, like, statue is really good, obviously. I don't know why he's going Walkers. Like, it looks like Teal has no Dispel on tier 1. So the Demon Hunter is now getting online. So looks like overall really good for the left side now. Blue is winning, purple is winning, orange is winning. Yeah, so it looks like really good for left side gamers here. They are now getting into a better and better advantage. And I want to especially see also what Jack is doing. Like, Jack is playing pretty standard so far. He's going for early hero, going for mass frontline, and now for a bit of backline to deal with the Huntress better. Yeah, so nothing out of the ordinary. We see no crazy plays of Jack. We see no special tactics. Like, he's just playing a good solid style so far. And he is believing in the early hero. Like, the early hero is something I personally don't like too much, because if you get only 3 bad heroes, you're kind of fucked. But Jack is good at high rolling, I guess. And then it's paying off a lot to get the early hero out. Yeah, so interesting. It looks like just the left side has just a really good, solid lead. We see more archers against the Huntress for the pierce damage, and like, the fact that the Brewmaster is level 2 and the Lich on level 1 is actually a really big advantage. So Jack is kind of sacrificing the early waves a little bit with the early hero, but you get first level 2, and then on level 2 you have a good tempo spike on the hero. And that's what he's kind of counting on. He's counting on getting an early level 2 than your opponent, cause he's getting more experience, cause he plays an early hero. He loses a lane a little bit, but gets kinda online with level 2, and then snowballs out of this. This looks like to be his general game plan. Yeah, so we see here tier 2 still, tier 2, going now tier 2 also here, and seeing some Gargs of Philo being also on tier 2, tier 1 still for purple, and now also tier 2 for Jack. So what will he do on tier 2? No items, archers, okay. Yeah, so it feels like he just, like, honestly, I don't know why Jack is that much higher rated than other people. Because, I mean, he is playing really good, but he's not playing better than other good players. And other good players are not nearly at 2.6k. Like, if Jack wins this game, he's actually at 2600 MMR. That's insane. Like, an insane number. And I really kinda asking myself, guys, why is he winning so much more than the rest? With the same playstyle. Like, he's now having some priests for healing and for dispel. Okay. Because we're seeing the shamans. It's just a counterplay, that's good. But we really see nothing out of the ordinary. Like, I was kind of thinking maybe Jack has some secret techniques or some giga 200 IQ gameplay, which makes him just performing better than other people. But so far, no. He's playing nothing special. He's playing like you and me, guys. So why the fuck is he so much higher on the MMR? Maybe it's just a secret? Like, we don't see in-game chat here, guys. Like, he might talk a lot. If you're spectating, you don't see what people are typing. So, he might just talk a lot and tell people what to do. And that could be a really big difference. Because if people are not so good in a game, but you tell them what to do and they follow you, then you have a massive advantage. And Jack also knows what to do in literally every situation. Because he's a really experienced player. So I only can imagine that the biggest difference is that Jack advises people really good and also in a way they follow him, that this makes him just winning way more. Like, his own performance on the build is just the solid meta. So it has to be something different which separates him from other 2K players. And yeah, this can be the only reason, right? Like, comment below, guys, what you think why Jack is that much higher at the moment. Like, the thing is also, Philo was also on 2.4k for a long time. And Jack was only on 2.3k. But now he kinda skyrocketed. Like, I think he climbed in the last 2 weeks maybe 300 MMR, which is insane. And I don't know what he changed, or if he changed something. Is it just luck, guys? Or what is the secret? They got a tower now, really good. We see now still tier 2, only 1 mine. Everybody here, they did go for 2 mines on Jack's team after the tower kill. Being on tier 2 now. Like, we see just Mass Gargs, frontline, backline casters of Philo. Pretty heavy tempo build here. Just Mass Huntress with Mass Shamans here and the Demon Hunter with a bit tank item. And also here no items, just Mass Frontline and this spell and pierce damage against the Huntress. So we see nothing special. Like, just 3 very solid lanes which are winning. Like, red is losing just because the Brewmaster is actually carrying blue's lane. It looks like teal is losing because blue is stacking onto him a lot. And yeah, and yellow is losing because the Warden is just not doing much. The Warden just loses to the Alchemist pretty hard, and that's why the left side is winning so hard here at the moment. We see 1-1 upgrades on Jack. So Jack goes for early upgrades. So he kinda says he wants to push more and going just for early 1-1. That's why they got also like a 10-minute, 11-minute tower. And the opponent has just only 1 upgrade. So an early upgrade advantage is actually kinda nice. And actually he also has a raider. Yeah, he's playing 2 raiders. Okay, interesting. So Jack is playing 2 raiders on the outsides just to deal damage to the buildings. That's kind of interesting. That's actually something you don't see often. Like, raider is a unit which nearly no one plays. So that's the first interesting like unit build we see here. But he has just 2 of them. So just a little bit snacking onto the fortress and onto the tower like this. Okay, interesting. Like, I think the raiders of blue are signalizing us that he wants to push more. He wants to push into the fortress and wants the siege damage to just get good damage in on tier 2. And I really like this play, guys. Like, I think that's a really good play. Because usually if you're on tier 2, you cannot deal much damage to the fortress because she's fortified and you need the siege damage to actually really serious damage it. And you nearly, like usually you need to go tier 3 to really get good damage against the fortress. but the raiders are basically doing this also on tier 2. So I like the aggressive play. So now on tier 3 and getting actually for tanks. So the tanks are a really interesting choice. Because usually when you're pushing, you want to get actually damage and no tank units. Because if you're getting tank units, then you can't kill the opponent's units in time, usually. And then the opponent can stack easier. So he is doing actually the opposite that people would do usually. And let's see if this will backfire or pay off. Like he also has enough fire of the priests just for scaling. Like he's giga over leveled. Like he is now 1.5 or 2 levels advantage to red. That's insane. Like the Brewmaster is giga over leveled now. That's a really big advantage. Also purple has Bloodlust now. Also on tier 3. And they are now fighting into the fortress here a bit. What else do we see? Also tier 3 for yellow. Tier 3 also for everybody besides red actually. We see no tier 3 units from Philo so far, but he is tier 3. Tier 3 also for purple, but no tier 3 units. And yeah, so nearly everybody is tier 3 and they're staying 2 mines. Seeing now Bloodlust here on orange. Seeing no items for the Alchemist, near level 5. Alchemist also pretty over leveled still. Like the Lich is only level... I can't click it guys. Lich only near level 4. So like more than 1 level advantage for left side team. And 1 level advantage is like really a lot. Like the Panda is like, yeah, like 1.3 level advantage. Seeing now 1 belt to get more damage and tankiness and also regen. We have here 1-0 upgrades into 1-1 upgrades still. So Jack likes to go for 1-1 early upgrades, then go for mine after tower kill, and then go for just tier 3 for scaling. Seeing 1 worm here. I don't know about the worm. Like, let's see guys, like, I don't know, like, is the worm really good guys? I feel like the tank with the worm is not so great. Because he's now fighting into mass berserkers. And the berserkers are destroying worms really hard. But they're getting a really small stack here. Like, let's see how the game will go. Like, I feel like if you get more worms out, then the berserkers will really suffer. But 1 or 2 worms are suffering against the berserkers. So if Jack just gets enough worms out, then they will destroy the berserkers really hard with their high splash damage. And they're still pushing really hard. So it really doesn't look like that the opponents are stacking at all. So Jack can just go for the worms, build them up slowly, and then this looks like really like a game which is really hard to come back. Like we get now another stack for left side team. Actually also really interesting build of Philo. He's playing just Musk Gorgs. I mean, yeah, pretty interesting. Like I also never really saw Musk Gorgs working. So Musk Gorgs is just working here. They're destroying everything. Like Philo's just playing Footmen, Grunts, and Musk Gorgs. That's very interesting. We see now frontline for purple. And also second hero already. Like he's going also for really early second hero. Just to keep level advantage. And the Panda will also get level 6 on this wave most likely. He needs like 1 more kill basically. So yeah, like I'm honestly I'm the most impressed of Philo on orange. On just making Musk Gorgs working. Like I saw a lot of people trying to go for Musk Gorgs. But actually I saw it never happened that it really wins. It might just win because the left side team has a big advantage. But yeah, like this game looks like over guys. 20-minute game. Really impressive win from left side. And it's not quite over. The fortress on 100 HP. Yeah, it's looking kind of over. Like the worm is also splashing, I think, a bit onto the fortress. Or what is attacking the fortress? Something damaged the fortress, guys. We get chip damage, yeah, and that's the game. Like really solid game, really well played from left side. Gave opponents like no chance, but we still don't know why Jack is so high, guys. Cause there was nothing special. Subscribe if you want to climb faster in Direct Strike. Thanks, guys.